up, everybody? It's your boy Evan Robinson, aka Mr. Love Laugh Jits, and here to bring you another episode. So today's episode is BJJ versus GJJ. BJJ, as you know, is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and is mostly associated with sport competition Jiu-Jitsu. GJJ, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, which is associated with self-defense, is just what it is, the self-defense side of Jiu-Jitsu. And the reason why I bring this up is because I had a friend call me 2 days ago. Today's Friday, he called me, what was that, Wednesday? And he said, yo, Ev, what's it like training at Henzo Gracie, PA? That's where I train at. And I told him, I said, yo, it's wonderful, man. They said, it's wonderful. I love it. So I broke down some of the great things about just being associated with Henzo Gracie. You know what I mean? The way he teaches, the way he incorporates different things, different styles, wrestling, judo, all kinds of things into jiu-jitsu to make it better. I love Henzo for that. Thank you, Master Henzo. So as we got to talking, I asked my friend, I said, yo, what's going on at your school? How's everything going? And he was like, nah, I like it and everything, and I love where I'm at, and the people are good, but he honestly said, yo, we don't do no self-defense. Like, everything is sport, 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 sport. And I don't plan on competing no time soon, so I want to be able to make sure I'm prepared for a street fight. So I understand this. I understand this because I went through this myself in the beginning of my journey. I went to one school, shout them out. I'm not going to shout them out because they're a great school, but I don't want nobody to think I'm talking bad about them. I went to one school, that's a great school. They got a lot of high-level people in there. But I will say, it was kind of sport, just completely sport. So I was going through my own little thing in my mind, like, this isn't the jiu-jitsu that I remember. You know what I mean? Like, I remember, like, Maxercise, it was self-defense back in the day. You know, when I first time I went to Henzo NYC, self-defense first, like learn how to protect myself first. And with the school I was at, I mean, we was doing stuff that, I mean, to me it's fairly, they call it high level, unless you've been doing it all your life. It may not be high level, but like Berimbolo and Eminari rolls and stuff, that's not going to be used. It can be. Ryan Hall proved, for a loose track here, Ryan Hall, where he did in the UFC, the Ryan Hall roll, that's kind of awesome. Not saying it can't be used in a street fight. There's a lot of crossover from sport jiu-jitsu to defensive jiu-jitsu. There is a lot of crossover back and forth between the two. So some things can be done. I just say a lot of them, I don't want to say that. I'm not the authority on that. I'm just going to say some techniques should not be tried in a street fight. Because in the street fight, you have to worry about kicks and punches and managing distance and so forth and so on. Or you might get knocked out, get your teeth knocked out, all bad things can happen to you trying all kinds of silly stuff. So, with that, I understood. And what I told him was, which I'm going to tell you guys, if you happen to be at a school that focuses clearly on sport jiu-jitsu and you're worried that you're not getting enough self-defense, just ask your instructor. Ask your instructor to say, hey, okay, can you show me this technique like if a guy was throwing punches or kicks at me? What would you do in that scenario? Because I'm pretty sure any professor, any instructor, any black belt who loves jiu-jitsu, who has a school, is going to take the time to say, you know what, that's a good question. This is what I would do in that scenario. I think that's the best way to go about that. If you're at a school that's solely self-defense and you want to try and break into tournaments, there's nothing wrong with that either. I was at a place, I'm not going to say our instructor there was totally against competition, but the vibe I got, like I had a conversation with him, and the vibe one time was, well, I think competition sometimes can be a waste of time because it'll take you out of a self-defense mindset, and by doing more competitions, you might lose focus of what you really should do in jiu-jitsu. Valid point. Valid point. If you do too many competitions, I don't think you'll ever lose that, but I've seen results like Master Henner and Master Hedon out of Gracie University. Shout out Gracie University. They had a purple belt that was training under one of their cousins in the Gracie family. Purple belt, 6 years under his belt. He got into a street fight. He lost the fight. He was not happy with it. he wrote the university. He wrote Gracie headquarters, and the brothers flew him out. The grandsons flew him out, and they asked him to go over the fight, and they realized that he never went over the punch block series or anything. He never had punches or kicks thrown at him his entire jiu-jitsu journey. So, not saying he's a purple belt. I'm pretty sure he can handle himself, but in this particular situation, he didn't win it, and he was very upset about that. And certain things that they pointed out was why. I say do both if you can. If you can, like Renzo Gracie PA, where I'm at, and most Renzo Gracie affiliate schools. I've seen NYC, the headquarters, Fort Lauderdale schools. A lot of people I'm in contact in the Renzo Gracie umbrella. What I noticed about Renzo is, or academies like his, is like we have Krav Maga, we have professional and amateur fighters, we have wrestling, we have boxing, we have jiu-jitsu. And Renzo being Renzo, Master Renzo was one of the first, I don't know if he was one of the first, but he was definitely a Gracie pioneering that jiu-jitsu, as much as we love it, had a few holes in it or some things that could be cleaned up a little bit better. And Master Renzo went out and found techniques in other martial arts like wrestling and combined it with the jiu-jitsu to make that technique even better. Or took I don't know the proper name for some of these judo throws, but took a throw from judo and modified it a little bit and added it to jiu-jitsu and made jiu-jitsu a little bit stronger because of that judo throw. So I say if you can, train at a place that's like an academy. It's like a Renzo Gracie academy, or any academy that has different martial arts or fighters, if you want to try and get the best of both worlds. This way you can work on your self-defense and your sport technique, and combine them both and doing both, and this way you're kind of well-rounded. Stephen Kesting said on one of his videos that what he found out, like some people who are just in the sports school, he said if you can, I mean it might cost money, I understand it's not a cheap sport, but if you can, try and go get some boxing lessons on the side. If you know some kickboxers, go take some kickboxing. This way you can combine the two, and it'll make you more well-rounded. You know what I mean? So I can't knock sport. Sport is great. I cannot knock self-defense. Self-defense is great. I say if you can, try and find a combination of it all, mix it together, and enjoy the benefits of it all. I don't think one is better than the other anymore. I used to think one was better than the other. I used to think that self-defense was the best way to go. And then through my journey, like when I got to Renzo Gracie PA, I seen some techniques like our professors down there make things look easy. Hard as hell, but they make it look easy. I've seen some of these high-level guys at some of these IBJJF tournaments do some amazing things. And I was like, what the hell was I thinking? There's some high-level stuff up here. I would like to get on that level one day and learn it. So try and learn it all. That's the best thing I can say, man. BJJ versus GJJ, it shouldn't even be a versus. It should be combined. It should be combined. So if you can, I tell everybody, if you can, just try and find a happy medium in doing both, if you can. If you can't, if I had to start with something first, I would say start with a self-defense jiu-jitsu school first. That I would do, because like I said, I think most of us get involved in jiu-jitsu to protect ourselves, protect our families. If the mugger runs up, you want to handle that situation, and you want to be in that mind frame. So I would say literally, if you had to start with one, I'd pick a self-defense jiu-jitsu place first, if there wasn't like a combo, and then after maybe you get done with white belt, blue belt, whatever, switch over to sport, a more sport-oriented school, and learn some higher level stuff. Not saying that the self-defense stuff doesn't get higher learning as you go. I'm just saying if that those kind of techniques, you fancy those kind of techniques and you want to go try that, then go try it. And as I'm saying that too, last but not least, if you see something at another school that catches your fancy, or you see some jiu-jitsu techniques or somebody learning something at a different school that you want to go try it out, don't be afraid to go try it out. You only get one life to live. You only get one life to live, and this is your BJJ or GJJ journey. So while you're doing jiu-jitsu and you see something like, damn, that looks hot, most schools have open mat. Go to the open mat. Go to the open mat, hang out, meet the fellas or the ladies at the academy, roll with them, see if you like their techniques, ask them, hey, can you teach me that? I'm pretty sure in this community, I'm pretty sure they like, let me show you that. And you can show them some stuff from your academy. No instructor should really get mad at you from wanting to go to another open mat and try out new things, or go to a seminar with other people. If they do get mad at that, me personally, I would kind of question that instructor or professor or whatever. That would make me question them. Because it's jiu-jitsu. We're all here to learn. But other than that, go learn it all, people. So that's my video today. I don't like to say BJJ versus GJJ. It's all jiu-jitsu. I do believe that you should learn self-defense and sport. I do believe that everybody should compete. There's nothing like competing. Competing actually puts you in that frame of mind where self-defense will have you. Believe it or not. I mean, it won't put you all the way there because it's a competition. It's got referees and it's got you know, medical people there and it's rules. But as far as getting that anxiousness, your adrenaline up, that pressure, what it feels like to be in a fight, compete. Competition is the closest thing that'll put you there without actually being there. So competition is good. Don't listen to nobody say competition isn't good. I'm telling you, competition, you only learn from competition. Competitions make you better. They make you evolve. They bring out the best in you, and then you go back to your academy, your school, whatever, and you discuss it with your professor, where you went right, where you went wrong. There's really no going wrong as you do it. It's a learning process, and you just get better, all right? So, with that, that's my spill on BJJ, GJJ. Combine it all together just for the love of jiu-jitsu, people. We love jiu-jitsu. That's what we're here for. So it's your boy, Evan Robinson, a.k.a. Mr. Love Laugh Jits, signing off. Broke fingers and all. I'll see y'all in the next episode.